What's up, guys? Ian here, Coach for Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys the final week of the regular season for NCL Season 7's Obstrika. Week 12 here, taking on Lux and the Avant Heim Flugel. If you haven't seen the team builder, highly recommend checking that out. I did make some adjustments in the team builder as per usual. I don't think I yawned once, which is kind of strange, but we do have... Yeah, this is our last game. It matters a lot for playoffs, which I may or may not go into during the video, but I certainly will at the end of the video because who knows? I don't know. This might be our last game before NCL season recap. I'm not super thrilled with how the season went, but I'm not super disappointed in how the season went either. I think there are some games that I definitely should have won that could have put me in a better spot. The game against Jed in particular is probably one that I should have prepped better for, or something along those lines, considering Jed is guaranteed in relegation territory, and I'm fighting for a playoff spot, but that's that. Especially the game against Hamu as well, I think is one, now that Hamu's eliminated. But let's get this going. Lux and I are both fighting. Winner clinches playoffs based on this, okay? So if we win, we clinch a playoff spot. That's pretty much all there is to it. If Lux wins, he definitely clinches a playoff spot. There's still a really good chance that he makes it even if he loses. But we have a much worse chance if we lose. If we lose, we have to rely on Stu losing to Mike. And Stu is another game where I absolutely should have won. If I had just won that, I would be clinched right now. But because I didn't, unfortunately, that is not how it goes. So, lovely. Of course, Superior is there. Okay, so Slowbro, Mence, no Rabombi, Urshifu, Piloswine, Mawile, no Zera. No Zera. So, here's the thing, right? The big thing for me is that Zera, Zera was walled by Gliscor, and now Gliscor doesn't really do that much. So Gliscor is just going to be pretty much exclusively the Urshifu check. Now, I think he might just lead with Salamence because he's done it before, which leads me to believe that I should just lead Gardevoir. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lead Gardevoir. And it's the Slowbro, actually. So, you know, you can do with that as you will. I did Trace Regen, but I think this is more dangerous for him, actually, than it is for me. Because even if he ports, if I Mega Evolve Pixelate, I'm doing half. I'm doing half. So, I mean, even if he... he's going to port, though. That's the thing. It's such a stupid move. It's so free is the problem that I'm running into here, is that it's so free. I'm interested in -1 Golurk against Mawile. No, not a kill? Okay. So I think in that case, I'm just going to go for the damage. Piloswine's actually what comes in. So he's not even going to opt the port out. He's scared about taking the damage. 35. So Gardevoir, Pixelate. I don't know why it doesn't default to Pixelate, but Piloswine. This is heavily Spidef based on that damage. Some form of Spidef based on the damage we just saw. So, I mean, truthfully, I don't really see a reason not to just click it again. Whittling this down is great for my Gliscor and for my Lucario, so I'm just going to Hyper Voice again. And it is a 3-hit KO, so there's not really anything special I have to do here. Psychic is potentially a roll, and I don't really see a reason for him to keep this alive, so we'll just get the kill. The more kills we get, the better, by the way, because then our differential's in a really good spot at 6 and 6 if we do end up losing. Rocks are pretty annoying, but not the worst thing in the world, because I can potentially just course change them. I'm not sure with what, though. Mawile? How do I want to play this Gardevoir? So Mawile comes in. I could just Mystical Fire this. It's going to do a fat chunk. I mean, we are dying to play rough. We are dying to play rough. But I don't really have a switch in. So I can kind of just get the damage off if I wanted. I think the problem that happens is that I don't have a switch in to Salamence after that. So should I just go Slowking? We don't We don't eat play rough with Slowking. But I can go Slowking and then port, just in case. I don't know. Yeah, we definitely do not eat that. I'm actually going to Scald in case this is sub 70. That's what a mid-roll. Scald against max HP should always break the sub. Yeah, it does. It's actually the Slowbro that comes in. I'm very surprised by that. What can I go into? I'm really surprised that he made this play. Do I die to anything from Slowbro? Can I port out? I can't port out. Alright, I'll port out then. I go faster. So he is slower. Which means I'm going Cinderace. No, he went for Trick Room. Okay. Trick Room. He's going to port out now. I don't really value this all that much. I'm just going to core change. So, Mawile is definitely coming in, right? Because as a normal type, I just die to play rough. I mean, my Slowking is going to outspeed this. I could definitely get a Scald burn off. Do I need this for anything? I'm a little bit disappointed that my Golurk is outspeeding this now. Because I have to play around Trick Room carefully. I want to see how much Silver took from Scald. So that pretty much tells us it's max HP, which probably tells us again that it's also physically defensive, right? So I maybe should have U-turned there instead of court changing. I don't really think it makes a difference with how I play this play in particular. We don't know the full extent of this moveset, but can I live Ice Punch? I probably don't, right? I don't. Golurk probably also does not live play rough. Nope. So it's a little bit hard to determine how I want to play this, whether or not sacking Slowking is the play. I don't mind. Do I mind it? This is a fast mon that can potentially kill Superior. I think I do need to sack something, and I think actually, arguably the play is Golurk. And now I can go, what, Cinder? Because now I'll be a fire type. Play Rough won't kill me. Knockoff won't kill me. So I can just U-turn here. Because he's going into Slowbro. Which gets my Gardevoir in. Which is really good. Right? Methinks that was the play. No Rocky Helmet, and Gardevoir will kill this. So Gardevoir gets to come in. And I get to Hyper Voice. Nice, 69. Nice number. I don't know how bulky this is. I am running max speed. My play is probably just a Mystical Fire here, in case he doubles into Mawile. Okay. Interesting prep. Have to admit, interesting prep. Interesting prep. I just go Slowking on this. This is my play. And now we double into Gliscor. Got our HP back. It's Boots Mence with Dragonance. We still don't know the set, though. Like, it could just be special, right? And so I'm kind of forfeiting an Urshifu check, and praying and hoping that it's not Scarf Urshifu, but it's probably going to be Scarf Urshifu. But it could have been Scarf Serp. We don't know. I also might have been able to two-shot this with Psychic, but I want Gardevoir a little bit healthier because it seems like it might be the only thing that I have that can kill Slowbro. Lucario, +2. Maybe not. Although we haven't seen an item, so it could definitely be Culver. It is Outrage. That's outrageous. So actually I just get to go into Gardevoir now. Cool. Cool, cool. And now I get to click Hyper Voice. Right? Hold up. I should live every hit. +1. Earthquake doesn't kill. Fly is a roll. That's if he even is Fly. So Steel Wing. Of course I don't live Steel Wing. I'm actually a little bit shocked that I didn't live Steel Wing there. It's a roll. It's a roll. For Jolly, it's a roll. Yikes. Can I get a yikes in the chat? So, +2 attack. I don't know if Slowking will live +2 outrage. I don't really have any options into this. 93 to 110. No, I don't. I would have lived +1. I could have doubled into Slowking, and then I would have lived +1, chewed the Stealing, and been able to Ice Beam it, but I think that's Jeej. Lucario is not going to be able to dent this enough. I mean, we don't know if it's got Earthquake as the last move, but it's probably Earthquake as the last move from Empoleon. I mean, not much I can do. Not much I can do, really. So what I'm going to do is just Ice Beam and hope he chokes. Nope. And I definitely do not live +3 Outrage with anything, so I'll go into Lucario, and I'll click Extreme Speed, and we're going to die to Outrage, and then Cinderace is going to die to Outrage. Maybe not. Maybe not. I probably should have gone Gliscor, actually. Seeing the confusion now, I should have gone Gliscor. It doesn't really matter. He didn't get confused anyways. I will Ice Fang now, just in case this dies. Yep, pretty poor game. I mean, I don't really know what else I could have done there. Salamence is like just an absolute monster against my team. The Insomnia really was just great prep, because what else am I supposed to do against the Salamence, right? I could have Psychicked. Actually, I should have calced Psychic to see what Psychic would have done. I may have been two-shotting. So I probably should have just stayed in and Psychicked, right? I probably should have just stayed in and Psychicked. I think I valued Gardevoir too much to kill the Slowbro, because I was going to rely on clicking SD with Lucario at some point. But that's the game. I mean, I don't know. That's just how it is. I didn't really expect to win this one. The matchup was really blah. So 6-6 +12. That's our final record. Not terrible. It's not my worst ever. Last season was my worst ever. This does mean I need to rely on Stu to lose. Excuse me, for me to make playoffs. Either Stu or Torn. I just need one of them to lose. And if that happens, I will make playoffs. Otherwise, I don't. So if you see a video next week for playoffs, then you'll know what happened. And if you don't, then you know what happened. So that's going to be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys for either playoff quarterfinals or our season recap later on.